What are the top 10 mods you should do to your car and in what order? Well, I'm going to show you. Watch along. So personally, what's the very first mod you should do to your car? I think it should be an air filter. Now you get all different types of air filters, cone, panel, and then also you get induction kits, which is the whole system basically. On a small engine car, you're not going to get a load of performance out of an air filter. Doesn't matter what anyone tells you. The thing it's all about is that induction roar. It'll make your car sound so much better. So you've just fitted your air filter, and obviously the air filter is about getting more air into your car, so more air, more fuel, more power. It's now about getting the air out of the car, and that's an exhaust system. So your second mod should be an aftermarket exhaust. And the third modification, a lot of people would say wheels and tyres, but no, you want to go for suspension, whether that's air suspension, springs, or coilovers like these. Why? Well, if you put your car on new wheels without lowering your car first, it's going to look stupid. You're going to be rolling down the road looking like a tractor or a roller skate. It's going to improve its handling, and that is the main point really of lowering your car, but it does look cool as well. So the fourth modification on the list, probably the greatest modification of all, wheels. New wheels, they're gorgeous. They come in all shapes and sizes. Well, only one shape, round. But sizes, widths, PCDs, types, so you've got 1-piece, 2-piece, 3-piece, cast, flow formed, you name it, they do it. One top tip though, don't spend all your money on the wheels and leave yourself nothing for the tyres. The tyres are as important, if not more important, than the wheels themselves. So, you've just fitted your spanking new wheels to your car. So what's next? Well, if you've gone for quite a spokey alloy, you're going to see your calipers and your discs. So, replace your discs, your pads, and why not give your calipers a little coat of paint? Now, of course, this is going to make your car look better, but also going to give you extra stopping power. So it's a win-win. So by now, your car's now handling better and sounding better. Now let's make it look better. So let's talk about bolt-on mods. And now that can be anything from like stick-on carbon covers to a new rear spoiler, or even a sticker. Another great bolt-on styling modification, wind deflectors. Relatively cheap to buy and dead easy to fit. Now this is probably the cheapest modification you can do to your car. Is it a modification? Well, I think so. It's old school, goes back way before even I was born, and that's a long time. It's debadging. Simple as that really. Well, not that simple, but watch our video on how to do it. And now, if you're one of these people that up-badge your car, don't do it. That is really uncool. Another great bolt-on modification, strut braces. Again, relatively cheap to buy and dead easy to fit. What do? It basically stiffens up your chassis. Another great cheap styling tip is colour coding. Now you can colour code your wheels, anything really, even bits in your engine bay. But remember, it's all in the prep. Spend 3 times as long on the prep as the actual spraying. Now here's a modifying staple, an aftermarket shifter. Look, you cannot beat the feel of a good knob in your hand, especially if it's your own. After you've picked your perfectly sized knob, it's now time to look at steering wheels. Now, it's a bit harder to do these days with all the integrated stuff and the buttons and the airbags, but in the olden days, if you've got an old school car, you used to literally take out the centre bolt, get the right boss, pop it on. So these days, modern steering wheels are a bit complicated. You've got all the buttons on there for your cruise control and to control your head unit, and of course you've got an airbag. So we wouldn't actually recommend taking one off. What we would do is look for sort of aftermarket trim parts, so like a bit of carbon, or have it retrimmed. And if you get really fancy, you can get carbon fibre replacement ones. So yeah, I'd keep it OE really. That's our advice. So what's my first mod suggestion? I'd say an aftermarket head unit. Especially on an older car, it will transform the way your car sounds, as in audio, and it'll also bring in great tech like Apple CarPlay and hands-free. It's a must these days.